Hi, welcome to my second floss tube. The first thing I'm going to start with is a finish that I showed you last time. And this is how it came out. This is for a family member. So they picked the colors and they wanted the style. I sewed the trim on by sewing it onto a ribbon and then gathering this pink fabric up, and it's double-sided, so it was one big long tube, and then I sewed a running stitch through and pulled it and gathered it up, and then I sewed on this pink trim, and that's what my family member wanted, and I had 6 of those. And the next one I'm doing is this one. This is what they look like beforehand. I darkened up some of the excess so you could see it better. And this is from the same company, Caron, and it's from 1981. I didn't see the package instructions because I did get it from a thrift shop or from, it was either a thrift shop or a yard sale, one of the two. And there were 6 of them. And it was perfect because I have 6 family members I wanted to make it for. So I'm just using some leftover red from another project. And this family member wants all the outline of the letters done in red, and then they'll pick out what they want done with the rest of it. This here, I made a needle holder. It's a piece of felt with a piece of foam on the back and a safety pin sewed on, and I just put my needles in there. Next, I designed this little pin keep. I took a piece of leftover Ada, and I drew on it with a pen a little lighthouse and half of an anchor. And then I took my leftover pieces from other projects and cross-stitched it, stuffed it with polyfill, and here's the back. And then I sewed on this trim that I found in my stash and this little twine around it to make a little tassel. And I have my pins in it. This is supposed to be a window box with some flowers and some ivy trailing down, and those are shutters. And there's another window down there, but I didn't put a box on it. So that's how I did that. Next finish is a finish. My next is a finish, I'm sorry. And that was the pillowcases that I started before. I finally got them done. Now, I bought that at Walmart, and here's what the packaging looked like. You can see the details there. I didn't like the coloring, so I changed it to something that would match, and I'm just going to use them as pillow shams. There's a chart that they give you. So that's just going to be pillow shams. I'm not going to be sleeping on them. Next, I did this. Now, this came from a book called Seasons Remembered, Leisure Arts, and there's the UPC. And here's their rendition of it. But I decided, again, I was going to do mine different. I didn't care for the stripes, but I liked the project. So what I did was I took a ribbon, and once again, but smaller than the other one, I made a long tube, turned it to the right side, and then gathered it and sewed that on. And I sewed on by hand this lovely lace that I found afterwards. And that's how I did that. I'm going to start this. Another pillowcase set. This is for a family member who, when they saw the other pillowcase, they were like, can you get me one or make me one? And, oh, here, I got it upside down. There you go. And here's this. And they said one color, but family member went through the stash, and family member wanted these. Let's see if I can get the numbers for you right there. This, I'm not sure what it was. But as you can see, here we go. And these, I'm not sure what they were, but this is what they picked. So there's 2 of them. Because of room, I didn't show 2 of them, but there's 2 of them. So I'll be doing that. And that's basically where I am right now. If I see you, no, I won't be seeing you before Easter. So if you celebrate Easter or Passover, I hope you have a happy one. And thanks for joining me for these few minutes.